Written by Law. Have you ever heard of Bloody Mary? The name alone sends shivers down the spine of those who dare to speak it aloud. This urban legend has been passed down through generations, whispered in hushed tones around campfires and during sleepovers. She is a figure of fear, a spectre that haunts the darkest corners of our imagination. Her story is one of tragedy and vengeance, a tale that has evolved over time, becoming more terrifying with each retelling. She lurks in the shadows, waiting for the moment when someone is brave or foolish enough to call her name. The mere thought of her presence is enough to make the bravest souls tremble. Legend says she appears in a mirror, but only to those who dare to summon her. The mirror, a portal to another realm, becomes a gateway for her to cross over into our world. But what drives someone to summon her? Is it curiosity, a test of courage, or something darker? The ritual is simple yet terrifying. It requires a dark room, a single candle, and a mirror. The simplicity of the ritual belies the horror that it can unleash. Stand in a dark bathroom, light a candle. The flickering flame casts eerie shadows, creating an atmosphere thick with tension and fear. Chant her name 3 times, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. What happens next? The air grows colder, the shadows deepen, and a sense of dread fills the room. Some say she appears as a horrifying spectre, her face twisted in rage and sorrow. Her eyes, dark and hollow, seem to pierce through your very soul. Others claim she reveals glimpses of the future, showing visions that are both mesmerizing and terrifying. These visions can be a blessing or a curse, depending on what they reveal. The most frightening stories say she brings death. Her appearance is an omen, a harbinger of doom that cannot be escaped. People whisper of her victims, those who have dared to summon her and paid the ultimate price. Their stories are filled with horror and despair. They met a gruesome end, scratched faces, driven mad. The terror they experienced is etched into their very being, a permanent reminder of their encounter with Bloody Mary. Some even say she drags souls into the mirror, trapped forever in a realm of eternal torment. The mirror becomes their prison, a place where they are doomed to relive their worst nightmares. But who is Bloody Mary? Is she a vengeful spirit, a misunderstood soul, or something else entirely? Her origins are shrouded in mystery, with various tales attempting to explain her existence. And why is she so feared? Perhaps it is the unknown that terrifies us the most. The idea that a simple ritual can summon a being of such malevolence is enough to keep us awake at night, staring into the darkness, wondering if she is watching us from the other side of the mirror. One possible answer lies in history. Queen Mary of England, she ruled in the 16th century. Her reign was short and brutal. She earned a chilling nickname, Bloody Mary. Mary was a devout Catholic. She inherited the throne during a time of religious turmoil. Her father, King Henry VIII, had broken from the Catholic Church. He established the Church of England. This caused deep divisions. Mary was determined to restore Catholicism. She saw it as her sacred duty. Her methods were harsh. She persecuted Protestants. Many were burned at the stake. These executions earned her the name Bloody Mary. Mary's reign was marked by violence. She ordered the executions of hundreds of Protestants. They were burned at the stake for their beliefs. These burnings were public spectacles. They were meant to instill fear. The victims were often ordinary people, farmers, merchants, even children. They refused to renounce their faith. They died for their beliefs. These executions horrified many. They solidified Mary's reputation as Bloody Mary. The flames of persecution burned brightly. They cast a long shadow over Mary's reign. She remains a controversial figure to this day. Could Mary I be the Bloody Mary of the legend? Some believe so. They point to the mirror in the ritual. Mirrors were once associated with the supernatural. They were seen as portals to other realms. Mary lived in a time of superstition. People believed in witchcraft and magic. Perhaps the fear she instilled became intertwined with these beliefs. Over time, the story of Bloody Mary emerged. However, there is no direct evidence linking Mary I to the mirror legend. The connection is purely speculative, but it adds a chilling layer to the story. Whispers in the dark Mary Worth and Elizabeth Bathory. In the annals of history, there are names that send shivers down the spine, names that are whispered in the dark corners of old houses and around campfires. Two such names are Mary Worth and Elizabeth Bathory, women whose stories have transcended time and become the stuff of legend. Other candidates emerge from the shadows of history, but few are as notorious as these two. Their tales are woven with threads of fear, mystery and blood, creating a tapestry that has fascinated and horrified generations. Mary Worth was a woman accused of witchcraft. In an era when the mere suspicion of witchcraft could lead to a death sentence, her name became synonymous with dark magic and malevolence. She lived in the 16th century, a time when fear of the unknown and the supernatural was rampant. Villages were often gripped by hysteria, and accusations of witchcraft were a common occurrence. Legends say she practiced dark magic, engaging in rituals that were said to summon spirits and curse her enemies. Her reputation grew darker with each passing year, as more and more tales of her malevolent deeds spread. She was said to steal the souls of children, a claim that struck fear into the hearts of parents. The idea of a witch preying on the innocent was a powerful and terrifying image. Elizabeth Bathory was a Hungarian countess, a woman of noble birth who lived in a grand castle. But beneath her aristocratic exterior lay a heart of darkness. She lived in the late 16th and early 17th centuries, a time of great political and social upheaval. Her life was one of privilege, but also of cruelty and bloodshed. She was infamous for her cruelty, a trait that earned her the nickname the Blood Countess. Her acts of violence were not just whispered rumours, but documented atrocities that shocked even her contemporaries. She was rumoured to bathe in the blood of virgins, a macabre practice she believed would keep her young and beautiful. This gruesome ritual has cemented her place in history as one of the most terrifying figures of her time. She believed it would keep her young, a belief that speaks to the lengths to which she would go to maintain her appearance. Her vanity and cruelty knew no bounds. These women were both associated with death and violence, their names forever linked with the darkest aspects of human nature. Their stories serve as a grim reminder of the capacity for evil that exists within us all. Their stories are the stuff of nightmares, tales that have been passed down through the generations, growing more terrifying with each retelling. They are cautionary tales, warnings of the dangers of unchecked power and malevolence. Could their deeds have inspired the Bloody Mary legend? It's a question that lingers in the minds of those who hear their stories. The line between history and legend is often blurred, and in the case of Mary Worth and Elizabeth Bathory, it is almost impossible to separate fact from fiction. The untold truth, unmasking Bloody Mary. The true identity of Bloody Mary remains a mystery. Is she the ghost of a queen, a victim of tragic circumstances, or simply a figment of our collective imagination? We may never know for sure. The legend has been passed down for generations. It has evolved with each retelling. Fact and fiction have become intertwined. Perhaps the power of the legend lies in its ambiguity. It taps into our deepest fears, the fear of the unknown, the fear of what lurks in the dark. Bloody Mary's grip, the legend lives on. Despite its uncertain origins, the legend of Bloody Mary continues to captivate us. This tale, whispered through generations, has a way of embedding itself into our collective consciousness. It is a staple of sleepovers and campfire stories. The thrill of gathering around, sharing the eerie tale and daring each other to summon her is a rite of passage for many. It has inspired countless books, movies and TV shows. From spine-chilling novels to blockbuster films, Bloody Mary's influence is undeniable in the world of horror. Why does this legend endure? What is it about Bloody Mary that keeps us coming back for more? Perhaps because it reflects our fascination with the macabre. The human psyche is drawn to the dark and mysterious, seeking out stories that challenge our understanding of reality. We are drawn to stories of the supernatural. The idea of spirits and otherworldly beings intrigues us, offering a glimpse into a realm beyond our own. We crave a glimpse into the unknown. The legend of Bloody Mary taps into this desire, providing a tantalizing peek into the supernatural. Or maybe it is simply because the ritual is so easy to perform. The simplicity of the act, standing before a mirror with a candle, makes it accessible to anyone. Anyone with a mirror and a candle can summon Bloody Mary. This ease of access means that the legend can be experienced by anyone, anywhere. The accessibility of the legend adds to its allure. It is a story that can be shared and experienced by all, regardless of age or background. The ritual itself becomes a shared experience, bonding those who dare to try it. The thrill of the unknown, the shared fear, and the anticipation of what might happen next all contribute to the legend's enduring appeal. It is a testament to the power of storytelling and the human imagination. As long as there are those who seek out the mysterious and the unexplained, the legend of Bloody Mary will continue to live on. It is a story that evolves with each telling, adapting to the times while retaining its core essence. And so the legend lives on, a haunting reminder of our fascination with the unknown and the power of a simple story to captivate and terrify. Join the conversation. What do you think of the Bloody Mary legend? Have you ever tried to summon her? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Follow for more lore. If you enjoyed this exploration of the Bloody Mary legend, be sure to follow me for more fascinating tales of history, mystery, and the supernatural.